Friday. I am off to Aegina for the weekend. I am going not to Aegina town. I am going to a town on the northern side of the island called Souvala. Things have gotten really busy here, which I'm not completely surprised, but it was really hard to find a place that had availability last minute to get away to an island for a weekend. I tried Agistri and Aegina, and this was really the best option. But the cool thing is I'm on a ferry that I've never been on before. It's the Saronic Fairies. It's a new ferry called Antigone, and it is probably the nicest ferry I've ever seen. So this is the inside. Look how modern it is. Like, super modern. And because I'm here a little bit early, and I did that on purpose so I could film before too many people got on. You can sit up top, but I need to get some work done. Here's the best part I found so far that is lacking on most Greek ferries. Electrical outlets. One there, one there, one there. They go all the way down. There's one there. There's a really nice cafe over there that I'm gonna go get a coffee at. And I may go outside before we get underway. Even the outside has tables, like fixed tables that people can't move around, which happens a lot on ferries. It's too bad this ferry only goes to this one place and then it turns around and comes back. Okay, so here's the outside. Oh, and by the way, this ferry was only 10 euros each way. So for 20 euros, I can go to Souvala. Even if you wanted to, I think you could do it for the day. You would want to catch like the 8:30 ferry, and then there's a ferry later on in the day. I think the late ferry leaves at like, I want to say it was like 7 o'clock. So you could spend, you know, a good several hours in Souvala. There's Aegina. It's a really short ferry ride. It's like an hour and 5 minutes. Oh, it feels great up here. It's already much cooler than it is back in Athens. I have made it to my hotel. I'm staying really close to the port. This is called Hotel Afea. It's a little bit older, but I knew that, but it's super clean. And the bed is comfortable. I've already sat on it. But best of all, better than anything else, is this is the view. And that's the ferry I just got off of, which I love. I love being able to sit here and sort of watch things happen. So it's really nice. Super quiet. The beach down there, not the greatest, but I think there's a beach around the point that's supposed to be a little bit nicer, and I know that there's a beach further down the road that way that is really nice. So all in all, I'm very happy to spend 2 days here. The little harbor is really cute. I'm really shocked that the ferry can actually even dock here, but I guess it's deeper over there, because here it's like probably up to my knees. But I love the little boats. And it is, even though it's hot, it's so much cooler than it is in Athens because there's a really nice breeze. You can probably hear it. I've already stopped in the supermarket, and it's not a supermarket that is near me in Athens, and they have so many nice things. I've already bought something I'm taking home with me. I may be here more often. To the restaurant that was like at the point because it is a little hot without wind. But here the breeze is blowing. It feels amazing. I can see the ferries from Athens leaving and all the sailboats going by. I'm in a little bit of Greek heaven as usual. The restaurant is called Saronic. Look at this salad. It's amazing. So it has pistachios on it, which if you haven't been to Aegina before, that is what they are known for. They have amazing pistachios, and that's part of the reason that I got the salad. I also ordered some cheese, which hasn't come yet, but that's okay. I'm starving. The cheese I ordered came, now I love this cheese on its own, but it also comes with pistachio pesto, which I'm dying to try. And I hope that if it's good, they sell it somewhere on this island because I would love to make pasta with that. After lunch, I came back to my room to take an afternoon nap, and they kept saying that it was going to rain tomorrow. Well, it's raining today. It may not be showing up in the video, but as you can see, it's gotten a lot less sunny. There are raindrops here, and down there it's definitely wet. And it's definitely gotten cooler than it was before. I was gonna go swimming, but now I'm thinking that's maybe not the best idea. It's not like coming down that hard, but I'm still gonna put on my bathing suit, I think, and go for a walk. We'll see. The ferry's back. I think then it leaves in about an hour. And then it doesn't come back. It's not a ferry that comes at night. Rain is one way to get everyone to leave the beach. I mean, it actually must have been raining for a little while I was sleeping because the ground is wet. But look, there's no one at the beach. But see, there's this other beach I wanted to walk to, and I was kind of dreading it in the heat, but now it's nice. The breeze is actually kind of cool. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. I don't really want it to rain in Greece in the summer because that means climate change, but in some ways it's good. I came down to this other beach thinking I would swim despite the fact that there's rain, because it's barely rain. But I forgot my towel. And the wind is a little bit cool, so if I get in the water then I'm going to be cold on the way back. Anyway, but it was a nice short walk. You just kind of walk over the restaurant that I sat at, Saronic, and then you walk over that hill, up from the stairs at the restaurant, and then it brings you here. And it doesn't look so great in the overcastness, but in the sun it probably looks really nice. So I think I'll walk back to my hotel. I still have some work to do, unfortunately. So it's a good time to do that, and then I'll come out later for dinner. And just, I don't know, enjoy sort of having nothing to do, which was sort of the point of this weekend. Souvala doesn't have a lot going on. It's just a little port beach town. I'm standing out on the furthest part of the port area, so you can get sort of a 180-degree view. There's a tiny beach over there. My hotel is over there, facing west. And the ferry that I took, I was wrong. It comes one more time and it's almost here now. And I can't decide if the village is coming alive because the ferry is coming, or if it's because it's after 7 and it's finally cool enough to be outside. But lots more people out than there were earlier today. Back up above the restaurant I ate at earlier to get a better view of the sunset since the ferry came and blocked it. And actually this is way better because you get to see it sort of going down from here. Last night there was a massive storm around like 4:30 in the morning. Lots of rain, lots of wind. The wind woke me up because these doors to the, I was going to say apartment, the hotel room were like slamming. And it's much cooler today. It feels great though. And the sea is much rougher than it was yesterday. I mean, yesterday was super smooth. Today, it's not going to be a swimming day, that's for sure. It's too windy for that. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do today because I had thought I would go swimming today. I knew it was going to rain, but I didn't think it was going to be like a storm. I thought it was just going to rain for a little while and then stop. It did rain quite a bit. My balcony is still wet. It's kind of it's very unusual actually for it to rain in Greece, in this area, in July. So in the many times that I have come to Aegina, I have never come to the temple of Afea. So I'm here today and it's beautiful. It's up on the top of a hill and you can see forever from my understanding. So, and some people say they like this better than the Acropolis, probably because they can get a little bit closer. Afea was a nymph and she was thought to be the daughter of Zeus and Artemis, The temple was built between 500 and 2400 BC, so it's been here for a really long time. I just love these things. They're so archaeologically, architecturally amazing. Of course, great archaeology as well. One thing I'm going to advise you on is if you come to Greece, don't sit on the ruins. They really don't like that. These people have already been yelled at once. It feels similar in size to the temple in Athens of Hestiphus. It's not very big, but it's really nice. And if you know anything about architecture, these are Doric columns, meaning they have no base at the bottom. They just sit directly on the base of the temple, not on their own separate base. It looks like they've had some restoration work done here. So this is the side of the island that I'm staying on. And off in the distance you can see Athens. On the other side is Aegina Marina, which if you're coming and you rent a car is a really great beach. A ferry used to go there, but for some reason it doesn't anymore. It only goes to Aegina town and Souvala. Look at this. It's just stunning. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful temple. Really well preserved. Particularly being on the hilltop of an island that's heavily exposed to the wind and the sea. Like last night, I said it poured rain, so this place is really dry already considering how much it rained last night. My recommendation is that if you come here in summer, you need to come early in the day or on a day like today where it's really windy and cooler, because there is absolutely no shade up here. It's kind of like going to the Acropolis in the middle of the day. It's not something you want to do. Either that or come up at night. It would be really cool if you could get up here at night to watch the sunset from up here. Even if you don't really care for ancient history, the view up here is worth coming up for. And look how green Aegina is. Like, it seems really dry down like at the port, but once you get up here you realize how green it is, and let me tell you, it smells amazing. So there's a smell around here that smells like maple syrup. Every time I come to an island in Greece, and sometimes even in Athens, I smell it. There's this smell of maple syrup. And at one point someone identified what it was that I was smelling, and now I can't remember, but I smell it today, and probably because it rained. As usual, the ancient Greeks always pick the most beautiful locations for these temples and cities. This is one of them. Not only do you get like an entire 360 view of the island, you can see Athens and you can see way off into the sea as well. So good choice. So just a little administration. It's €6 to get in. As you can see, there is parking. It's mostly pretty easy to get up here. There was a little bit of scariness on the road, but if you're driving, it's probably not so bad because it's on the inside. It was just because I was sitting on the outside, but really not. It was like 30 seconds of the 15-minute drive from Souvala. And I know that sometimes the bus comes here, but I don't know if it's the bus that comes through Souvala. If you're in the main town in Aegina, then you can take the bus here. I hired a taxi to come drive me up here and wait for 30 minutes and then take me back. Ask your hotel if you want someone to do that for you. One last thing I forgot to mention is there is a small archaeological museum over there. I'm not going inside of it though, because it's starting to get super busy up here and I want to go back and hopefully swim today, or at least go to the beach. So I was trying to get up here before A, it got too hot, and B, before too many people started to show up. And I didn't really allow for that in the time that I allotted with the taxi. As you can see, the water is still really rough and I'm not so confident in my swimming. I don't swim that much anymore like I used to. When I was a kid, I swam all the time. So I don't think I'm gonna be hanging out here, because when it's this hot, I like to get in and out of the water, and I can't do that here. So I'm gonna sit here in the shade for a little bit and enjoy the pretty water, and then walk back maybe to my hotel. We'll see. might have had a change of heart. I'm watching people go in, and the men are able to walk out for a little bit of a ways. So even though I'm not that tall, Greek men are not generally super tall. So I may be able to walk out for a little bit and then swim for a bit and then come back to the part that's shallow. So I'm gonna give it a shot. If it doesn't work, then I'll come back and I'll figure something else out. I am kind of just sitting here, enjoying sitting here watching the waves, and I'm in the shade. And probably some of you are asking me why I didn't get an umbrella, and that's because I realized as I got over here, I have no cash with me. I meant to stop at the ATM and get some, and then I just completely forgot. So, and usually, even though some of these places will take a debit card, I don't want to deal with trying to figure that out. So, but there are nice benches here in the shade, so I don't really need an umbrella. Okay, so the water is actually shallow, really far out. And I always forget there's no current, or at least not big current here in Greece. So like, I went out, it was fine. I was out there for 2 hours. I never even came back in. It was so nice. The water was actually fairly warm for Greece, but now I'm hungry. And I was talking to some other Americans who actually live here part of the year. They're married to a Greek person, and they tell me the best gyro place in town, so I'm gonna go get gyros for lunch. I got it to go because it has gotten really hot. The wind that we had earlier has died down, and it's now the heat of the day. So I'm gonna eat in the air conditioning and then go out later. Might take a nap again. I have come down to eat dinner, and my plan was to sit at this restaurant over there, but it is so windy. It is not even comfortable. In fact, I was walking back to my hotel to go get my shirt because I was kind of chilly, and the sand was coming up off the beach and it actually hurt. So in my quest to find the best zucchini balls everywhere, I have ordered them here. These look very different, and the sauce is red, so that's interesting. I've also ordered some sausages, which will come out in a little bit. This is the lovely sausage. I'm really intrigued as to what that is. I didn't really read the menu. I just picked something and went with it. That is quite the storm over there. I don't think it's coming this way. I think it's moving that direction. But I haven't seen rain like that here in a really long time. And as you can probably hear, the wind is very high, and you can see the sea is very rough. Okay, there is one benefit to the storm. Rainbows, which I don't think I've ever seen one here in Greece before. There are actually two. One is obviously super bright. The other one is a little bit fainter. It's over here, and that's from that storm, and the sun is setting over there. So the sunset is reflecting off these rain clouds, and it's quite a large rainbow. So just like in Athens, it's pretty quiet here on Sunday. I was gonna try to go to the beach today, but I started talking to some people. I was in the water yesterday, and I don't normally stay out in the sun for that long because I just don't want to. And I got a little bit of sunburn. It's not red, it's really hot, and it kind of hurts to touch it. So I've got a lot of sunscreen on today, but I'm just not gonna go out again. I want to, but it's just gonna make it worse, and then it's gonna be really painful. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go get, hopefully, a pie for lunch, and then I'm gonna sit on my balcony, get some work done, and the lovely people at the hotel have just now said that I can stay in the room till 4. So I don't really need to hurry, so that's nice. After breakfast, I went back and I took a nap. But I needed that. I have not been sleeping well, so this has been really nice. It's exactly what you want in a weekend away from Athens. Because the wind changed direction, sitting on my balcony was a little too hot, even to work. I went inside, my face was a little bit red, and my computer was getting hot, so I decided to come down and sit in the shade and listen to the waves. I have a couple more hours here to kind of kill, but not a big deal. I'm enjoying it. one last look at Souvala, because the ferry is here. It doesn't leave for a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on and get a good seat and sit in the air conditioning. That's gonna be it from my weekend in Aegina. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.